Hello, everybody. The long-awaited prey discussion. Well, I don't know about long-awaited, but the prey discussion that I have been talking about is finally happening. I have the amazing, wonderful apple pie eating Daniel here. How
I
you
am
doing, sir?
so excited to do this, Steve. Looking forward to pray.
You're just looking forward to me blowing my freaking
Yeah.
top off. So, which is not going to be hard. We were just talking about it.
I
I
want you to
can't believe I
destroy everything in your room.
I can't believe this. I can't believe I watched this damn thing again. Oh
I
man,
bullied
like
you into it.
I, I should hate you too. But you know what? Whatever. Like it's one of those. I watched it again, and I think I watched half of it with my mouth open, trying to figure out how any real reviewer could think this was
I don't
good.
want to. I don't want to start there. I don't want to start
Okay.
there.
All right. Well, so that's the other thing we're gonna do. Daniel's gonna sort of take the reins here because, as you guys know, if I start talking about it, I will probably break something else, and it'll just be completely me saying everything I found idiotic about this movie. So Daniel's sort of going to take the reins. He's going to drive the boat, so to speak, and try and keep me in check. Because as you all know, or most of you know, if you don't know, then you should subscribe so you do get to know that I have a bit of a rage problem. So yeah, I don't know where do you want to start, my man? Like, because
Just
this is sort of your ship on my channel. Where are we going?
Steve
Down
and I
this
both. We
stream of
both.
shit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say we both attempted to give this a very objective rewatch and
Mm,
analysis, and I found myself while watching this. Normally, when I watch something, I am laser beam. Like I don't multitask. I just focus in on whatever. And that's just in my personal time. I don't watch and do things. But with this movie, I found myself wandering off and doing other things and coming back. I was taking notes. I took it seriously, but this movie does not catch my attention the whole way through, and that right there is like right off the bat, kind of an analysis in it of itself.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know that I was so much. I was paying attention because we were doing this.
mhm.
Otherwise I would have just turned it off. Like I like like there was points that I just got so just like it's like, oh my god, here we go. It's like, yeah, she jumped off the tree and stabbed him with a spear in the ass, and the lion's still alive, and who cares, right? It's just like all. It's like I just was like, all right, I'm watching this because I promised
Yes,
I
it's
would
again,
watch it, right?
it's
Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched it because it's dumbfounding to me how
it's a dissection or an analysis. It's not entertainment the way you'd
yeah.
sit down. Now, I will say this, and I think we'll slightly disagree on this. There were moments in the movie where I was genuine. I did stop and go, oh, I want to see this part. It's not that I was enjoying the movie so much, but that there were certain moments, I'd give it like maybe 10% of the movie, where I was genuinely curious about a certain scene.
Um, I think that's fair. I mean, I don't know that I'd be far off because some of like I guess the mini war party stuff.
Mhm.
I did think the guy that became the oh gosh, the war chief. I think
Yeah.
he did okay, and I was interested in some of the things that
Yeah, I get
he
what you
was
mean. Yeah.
doing. He is as a proven warrior with other motivations other than I know you guys all don't think that I can be a warrior, so I'm going to be a warrior.
He might be one of the few
Um,
characters in the movie that's actually worth your attention.
yeah. What
Yeah.
what what do you think would have happened if I told the lead, who I don't know the name of? I've watched this twice. I still don't know her name. Um, what do you think she would do if I went up to her and said, "I don't think you can make me a sandwich"? Do you think she'd
Wow.
make me a
Oh
sandwich?
my gosh, she might implode. That would be like, in
Well,
Star
but
Trek.
see that could be a good way to get a sandwich because she'd be like, "I'll show you, I can make a damn sandwich," and then she'd make me a sandwich, right? Because
That would be
that's
like the
why
Star
she
Trek.
wants to be a hunter, right? Because everybody doesn't think she can
Yes.
be a hunter.
That's like where Kirk is able to destroy a computer by getting it to self-immolate by asking it a question that has no
Yeah,
answer.
there you go.
Yeah, you
Like
could
I don't know. I found
well,
and I don't. Like I keep saying you're driving the ship, but I can't stand the lead.
well,
That's part of the problem.
let's start there. I literally took some notes, and that's my very first question is about the girl. So what is her character? Who is she?
She wants to prove everybody wrong that she can hunt.
When we begin the movie, so the way the thing opens, if you got the same impression as I, it has this soft open. And did you notice the music is kind of like this soft, like indie film music? And
Yeah.
it's this thoughtful, like, oh yeah, that really screams Predator. Again, trying to be objective here. So when we meet her, she's going about doing her things, her hunter gatherer, kind of stuff, and we get this view of her character. Did she interest you in any way? What let's not do a judgmental question. What is her character say to you? Like, what actions was she taking? What kind of person, if you're just to give without an opinion of like evaluation, if you like her or not, but what is she?
Selfish.
That's a good answer.
It's
Actually,
all
no,
about her.
I actually, so they're in a tribe, right? And in a tribe, I thought about this kind of thing because part of the thing the movie is trying to do is tell you about Native American life.
Mhm.
I felt like this movie was three different things: a documentary about Native American life, a story about this girl, and also add in the predator.
Well,
So
and
there's
it's interesting you say that, not to interrupt you, but because I think everything but her, I think they do a good job. Well, I can't say because I obviously, but I feel like they did a good job sort of making you feel like you knew what was happening. Each person or party was in charge of this. You had the hunters, you had the mom was making the medicine, and had
right.
to force her to get medicine because she doesn't want to get medicine. She wants to go hunt. So
Well, that's what you just said earlier about being selfish. So that's
yeah.
why this is why I wanted us to do this back and forth. In a tribe situation like this, everyone has to do their part to survive, or they will literally die. They will
Yeah.
not survive a winter. They won't have food. They won't be able to survive injuries. Everyone has a part to play.
Well,
She
yeah.
is essentially refusing to play her part.
Well, and it's like even when they go out for their initial hunt, right? And not to jump ahead, if she went as a doc in a if she went and stayed as the doctor capacity, uh, that would have been fine because she's supposed to know medicine, and they have an
Right.
injured hunter. If she stayed in that capacity and didn't all of a sudden go on a tangent and then get everybody killed, that would have been fine.
Yes.
And that would have been her role, an important role in that tribe, I would imagine. A medicine woman, I would think, would probably be revered and much needed, right?
Highly
So I don't know.
respected and important. Without people like that in the tribe doesn't exist. The tribe doesn't persist, and it will die to disease, starvation, all kinds of problems. You need the wise people, the medicine people.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Makes her no
midwives.
lesser. It actually makes her
No,
probably better.
right. Exactly. An important person to ensure that the warriors protect, that they might even take lead from, or at least advice from, because she knows what she's talking about in those medicine matters or in gathering matters. And I think they even have a line where I think her brother says, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
Um,
well. So you get told a lot of things. You get told
yes.
she's good at medicine. You get told she's good at tracking, even though she's not good at tracking. It's her dog that's good at tracking. Her
Oh
dog
my
is an
gosh.
excellent tracker. She sucks at it.
You nailed it.
But I mean, that's the truth. That she follows her
Yes.
dog around. The dog does the tracking. She goes, "Oh, this doesn't look like a bear print. Dog, go find whatever the hell it is."
Yes.
That's that. She's not tracking shit.
The
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 dog is
dog
doing the tracking.
the dog has an IQ off the
The
charts. This
dog
is
is awesome, like,
this
and he's
yeah.
also a person in there walking around because it's so damn smart, but,
If there were doors, the dog would be able to
yeah.
open
Oh,
doorknobs. This dog
absolutely.
is ridiculously,
Yeah.
and it's a cute dog,
I like the
but
dog, but it's over the dog is OP, like, give me a
the
break.
dog, it's so funny because the dog is OP, and yet it is both under evaluated by her. Do you remember the scene
Yeah.
where her mother is like, oh, you did such a great job training that dog, and she's like, it's just a dog. It's like her attitude towards the dog
Well, I
is
mean, she called to be fair, she's like, she says he's a smart dog or blah, 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 whatever, but, uh
yes,
I took more offense in that scene, that initial scene where medicine woman, the mom, I think it's the mom or whatever, is making the medicine, and the bitch who wants to go hunting has to tell her that she forgot medicine to put in it. And she
Yes.
goes, "Oh, well, I'm stupid. You're such a good healer."
Yeah.
It's like you
To
don't gotta
build her
do,
up.
don't, just don't do that stuff when we're introduced to the magical flower. But we'll get to that. I don't want to, put the cart before the horse. But
So
the dog is the good tracker. She isn't good at tracking. She finds giant footprints in the ground left by an idiot. Oh,
well, that's
sorry.
we'll need to get to that too. Let's
Sorry.
let's try to start. I thought a good
Yeah.
thing to do would be to start with what the movie did well objectively, anything that you thought the movie did well, and anything that you actually enjoyed or liked in any kind of positive aspect about the movie. So those two questions.
Well, I think I think I said oh man,
The
the
brother.
war chief guy, the guy that I thought that whole beginning and just showing
Yeah.
how he sort of uh fits in all that is protector. He's sort of the protector of the group, and she sort of aspires to be him, and for some reason he keeps building her up. But I think he's sort of taking that lead hunter, protector of the tribe role. I think that is good. I don't know why everybody but him is a complete asshole, but everybody but him is just a complete asshole. I think the predator for the most part is pretty good looking.
I agreed.
I like that they he doesn't have his laser cannons. It's sort of
Me too.
a lower quality laser cannon.
Lower tech.
I
Yeah.
think I like it. I like it, but I don't know that it makes.
A big
No, it's
difference.
fine. I mean, it's just a little bit weird how the homing works on it, but it's fine.
Oh,
It didn't bother me too much. Just that the homing, it just like I think it would
I'm
be better served as a Gatling gun than a freaking homing targeting thing.
I'm not a fan of the homing arrows or whatever the heck they are.
Yeah. So, but it's fine. That part didn't bother me so much. It's one of those. It's Predator tech. So,
Sure.
so some of the Predator tech and the way the Predator looked overall, I think was fine and pretty good. I think that's probably where most of the praise of the movie comes from, is because the Predator was for the most part okay.
I agree.
It's too bad he's stupid, but
Gotta keep it
I think
positive,
that
Steve.
I'm trying.
It's so hard.
I'm trying. He's a good shot. I wish the bear ate her. No, that's not.
I'll tell you mine. I thought the cinematography was excellent. There are beautiful landscape shots.
Mhm.
Hardly something that you should be praising a Predator movie for. The first thing upon watching the original Predator wouldn't be, well, the cinematography was just quite excellent. Like, that's not weird.
Look at the leaves and the trees. No,
Yes.
like it was fine, but it's like I don't see, and I don't disagree with you. I think it looked good.
I thought
But
the costuming was really good too. The
yeah,
tribe looked like an actual tribe.
but
I
what
actually
and that's fair. Not to interrupt you, because a lot of things these days the costuming looks like garbage. But I feel
True.
like when you go back to cinematography and costuming is the positives, it speaks to what is actually in the movie.
I agree. In my own right, in my own point, I'm pointing out the things that should not be the first thing you point out.
Right.
As far as actors and characters in the movie,
Fine.
the only I did think her relationship. Sorry, I gotta mute this. Her relationship with her brother was I thought pretty decent, and I thought her brother was kind of the only interesting semi decent character.
Yeah.
I thought her acting was okay.
It was all right.
Actually, I did think her acting was good. I think
She
her
was fine.
character is bad. I don't think that's on her. I
Yeah,
think
I don't think the script
yeah,
did her any favors. I think she acted it fine. I just think
yeah.
and I don't put that at her feet. She's given a role, right? So,
Right. I agree.
yeah,
And she seemed to do a lot of physicality. She seemed to be doing a lot of her own stunt work. And maybe that's just me
yeah.
not being able to see what their camera trickery
Well,
they're
she
doing.
can slide for about 20 feet. Too. That's pretty crazy.
Sorry. I've got clips that we'll do later. Excuse me.
Sorry, she must have been watching Leia.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. Sorry.
So those are our movie our positives. Let's just talk structure. The structure.
Oh, I
of the
thought you were
movie.
going to go into negatives. I
No,
thought we were going to
we
be
don't
here
get
for
to go
another.
there. We don't get to go there yet.
I thought we are going to go for 2 hours here in a minute. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Structure.
Basic structure. What did you think in terms of just without? This is hard to kind of say, but without evaluating the actual story. I mean, I'll break it down and tell me if I'm wrong. Introduction to the tribe. Introduction to our main character. We get the predator landing on the planet. What did you think of getting like predator point of view shots so early? Then we get conflict among her and her tribe, entry of the predator into the situation, now dealing directly with our characters. And then we have basically our end portion, third of the movie, with all the conflict and battle and everything that happens there. Did you think that's a decent structure for this kind of movie?
I think, yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, obviously, you got to get to know your parts, your players, and everything, right? And I think you get a little bit of a view of sort of. I'm assuming the predator doesn't know what humanoid or things on the planet there are, because you can see him sort of working his way up the food chain, right? You know, he kills the snake, he kills the wolf, then the bear, and then starts hunting the humans, right? So
right.
I guess that's what that's supposed to show, is just sort of he's figuring out his surroundings, and if that's the case, then fine.
See, that's fascinating to me. I didn't even think of it that way, but I think you're right, Steve, because he is working his way up the food chain, and he's literally exploring the world around him.
Yeah.
And you could actually wonder if this is the first encounter predators have had, or first time visiting this planet.
Well, it's possible, right? You don't know. I mean,
You
so
don't.
it's one of those. That's my assumption, is he's on a brand new planet and he's figuring out what the most. He takes the skull of the wolf.
Yeah.
He takes the skull of the bear. He's sort of trying to figure out what is the greatest game on this planet for me, is the best hunter in the universe, right?
Yeah.
So I'm fine with all that. And I think that's I'm okay with it. I think that was fine.
You actually just elevated those scenes for me, because I was annoyed at how stupid. The predator's killing a snake. Wow. The predator is killing a coyote, a medium-sized dog. Whoop-de-doo. And I found them kind of silly, because these are not threats to a predator.
Right.
And even with the bear.
Well, the bear, he neutered himself to make it a challenge. I mean, you could see it just hit him in the face and it was over. So it was like all this stuff prior to that, all the is the bear gonna kill him stuff. It was just like, well, no, he just one shot him in the face, right? So that was all just sort of like a made up tension to try and build some drama there.
I'm frankly conflicted on the bear. I feel like the bear scene is one of the big scenes, and what it is. It's a big scene because that was the thing they used in the original trailer.
Well, let me say something. A great hunter tracker, they all know that the best place to sit is upwind. And so the bear can smell you and then come eat you.
that is how you lure a 600-pound bear to its death.
This is the girl that's trying to, like, sorry.
She's supposed to be this intelligent,
and
she's the thinker. She's the strategist.
Well, she's the one. I can hunt. It's like, you just proved right there you can't. You should be dead. The dog, Steve, once again saved you.
Bring it home, Steve. She's the only one that can truly figure out how to defeat this thing because of her intelligence. Okay, we'll get back.
But so I don't know. So I guess that's even a positive, just that little bit with the predator stuff. But everything with her sucks. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's move on to action. What did you think? Here's a simple question: are the Predator action movies? And was this an action movie?
I would call the Predator movies an action movie, absolutely. Action, drama, thriller, sort of a mix of all three, especially the first one.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a thriller, and action drama is a thriller. I don't know, but I'd say it's sort of a combination of all three of those. But
I'd say the first two are straight action.
this is like half drama, half action at the end, maybe.
See, that's how I'm like, I don't even know how to classify this movie, because
I mean, the end's action. The first is sort of meandering. Believe me, this girl is a good hunter.
The first half of this movie feels like I'm going to get into this kind of comparison later on, but it's like a drama, indie movie, documentary kind of thing. This introspective look at a character, and then it turns into a action movie in the end.
I mean, there is something to say. It is maybe a psycho killer movie, because she gets her 5 tribesmen killed and doesn't give a shit about it.
So the true point of the movie is that she's a psychopath, she's serial killer.
She took out everybody else that could be a hunter, so she could be the war chief. That was the true mission of the. She's like, I'm gonna get rid of all you, and then there's nobody fucking left. They gotta trust me to hunt.
Let's move on to themes real quick. What themes did this movie tell, and are these themes worthwhile? I think a couple of the themes obviously are like killing the buffaloes. So the whole
Well, I mean, look, I don't think that's fine, because that's what happened, right? I mean, I don't think that's, they came and they just, took them for the pelts and left it. So I think having a view of that in that time period is fine.
As like a commentary thing, there's not a problem with having a scene like that. It doesn't dominate the movie. It's just a kind of thing that happens.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't have any issue with that. Other themes: Predator stupid and girl the best.
I mean,
I don't know.
At the time when I first watched this, and I did not change my opinion on this. Essentially, girl is the best at the detriment or at the lowering of Native American men. Like, that jumped out to me, because it's basically like
because the only Native American that is looked at is the war chief leader. He's looked at in a positive light because he treats her in a positive light. The rest of them don't like her and don't think she should be hunting, because, well, frankly, she shouldn't be, because she sucks at it, until she puts a rope on an axe that should not have a rope on it, and then she becomes uber strong.
So let's talk about this axe throwing.
Fuck that axe, man. Like, what? Like, what did?
I'm trying to stay objective. I really am. But
where's the keyboard? I need a
every time
keyboard.
You mention something like that.
Is there a fucking keyboard around? I need a keyboard to smash. Like, what? Like, what the fuck is with this axe? Like, I'm sorry, but like she spends the first half of the movie. First, she tries to throw an axe at a fucking deer.
So, I'm sorry. Has anyone ever hunted a deer with a throwing axe? That is not how you would hunt a deer. I'm not a hunter. I profess I am not a hunter. I have never hunted, and I am not.
Screw those projectile things that are used
Native
for
American hunting and prehistoric peoples and all that. You would use a bow. They had bows.
They had bows. It's not like they didn't have them. And then she shows that she can shoot one later. She shoots the bear in the ass.
She has a bow. She has a freaking bow. But she is hunting a deer with a freaking throwing axe.
With a magical axe that apparently doesn't get tied up in rope. That this is made of fucking bark. Like,
this axe is like the third character. There's basically the movie. There's it's like a D&D party. You got girl, super girl, super intelligent dog, and magical axe. It's like the third character.
Magical axe. Yeah. We should name the fucking axe Sheila. Sheila the axe.
It even comes back because she's got a rope on it.
Yeah, there you go. Right. She always comes back. She's reliable. That axe. Like, it's like. You know what would have been better? Fucking arrows. Those fucking go, and then you collect them after you killed your shit. Like it's the stupidest thing. What, like, your father left you that axe, which, yeah, maybe you should use it for what he gave it to you for, instead of trying to make it a hunter weapon like that, and like be like freaking what's his name from the freaking Patriot movie, Benjamin whatever, fucking hatchet and goddamn musket. Like, I mean, Benjamin Martin. Like, I mean, come on, like. It's like, and then it's like there's scenes where she just, you could tell she sucks at, she's terrible with this thing.
Oh, okay. When you're watching her throw, I actually have a clip. Let's go ahead and watch. So we're gonna watch a clip of her.
Oh God, what? Actually, let's not see it. But yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off of this shit.
So here we go. Let's watch this.
Oh my God! And is this the vaunted deer scene?
So this is going to be everything. This is a clip of her running around. So we're going to see her do some parkour. We're going to see her throw the axe at the deer, and then we're going to see her. I guess I'll pause it because we don't want to.
Once again, the dog is making this whole thing possible. By the way,
it is. Here we go.
Like, wow, she's fast. She's a fast motherfucker.
Slide into the third.
Look at that 20-yard slide. She slid into home,
the
bro.
Parkour.
I don't know why. Like, there's another slide. Like, what? Like, why did she do any of that? You know what? Stop. You know what helps? You know what helps you not have to do any of that shit? This projectile weapon called a fucking bow.
But that wouldn't look cool, Steve.
It didn't look cool either.
I literally think that the way that this was shot and the direction was. Tell me if I'm wrong. The argument against like Rey, Palpatine, and all this was, you basically had a character who's a Mary Sue, right? Yeah. Rey does zero training in Star Wars, and we've had this over and over again. Brie Larson is just, Miss Marvel is just automatically super powerful. Rey is automatic, and I think that this was an attempt to kind of like fight back on that. So we're going to show her training, as we see her training with the axe. We're going to show her kind of like struggling a bit to hunt because she doesn't succeed with the deer. And then I think they put in the parkour stuff because they're trying to show that she's not super strong, right? So they're going to like, girls are agile because they don't have upper body strength, but she's light and agile. So we're going to show her sliding and jumping off of trees and essentially being a ninja, because that's where she's so intelligent that she's figured out her real strength is in being quick instead of being strong like a dude. And I think that's what they're trying to portray. Instead, it just looks silly because she's sliding. I'm like, is there a string on her and they're like pulling her because she's sliding so
That's
far.
What they had to be doing, because she just slides forever. It's like if that tree wasn't there, she'd still be going. Like,
I know. She can catch the deer. She can catch up to the deer.
She's just gonna slide tackle the deer. She's just gonna sweep the leg, and the deer's like, ah. And then the dog's there with his mouth around his throat, steals the kill. Like, I mean, this whole thing is like, it's like, okay, and you're probably right. That's probably what it all is. But you know what? The only thing I think about is, why is she running after a deer when she's got a perfectly good bow to shoot it with? Like every other person in that village would have used to kill that deer.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be the one proving that you can do this, and you just proved without a doubt that you're an idiot.
And if you're a good hunter, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, right? It could be if you're hunting or you're just out surviving like they are, that if a large prey animal comes along like a deer, then you take the advantage at the time because it could wander away.
I would imagine so. They need the food. They need the hide. They need.
But at the same time, like, shouldn't she also kind of like take her time and make sure she's got the correct moment to take a shot? Like,
well, it's like any other hunting scene you see. Breathe out, steady your aim.
Yeah,
hold your breath, release. Aim small, miss small. Obviously I just watched The Patriot last night. Aim small, miss small, and shoot, and make sure you don't startle your target, right?
She doesn't need to do that though, because she can look at the dog and do hand signs and be like, "You go there. You
Well, and
then
then
do
the
this."
dog becomes super dog,
And the dog literally
yeah.
knows what she's talking. She can give the dog
and
a
then
10-point plan,
and
and the
then
dog
both of them are
understands it.
faster than this deer. So
Yeah.
it's like it's you know what, you would have accomplished a lot more giving her a bow and having her shoot the deer in the back of the head or in the neck.
Let's see the rest of this. So this is the rest of
Oh,
this clip
there's
is gonna
more
be,
goody.
yes, this is going to be more of her doing some action scenes.
Are there any flippy kicks? That's all I need to know.
I think there is one flippy kick.
Oh, yes, thank God.
Here we
Like,
go.
we can't have a movie without a fucking flippy kick. Oh, yes. Where's the flippy kick? Oh, there we go. Wait, go back to that, please. Wait, go back. Okay, so just watch that. She runs up and puts her head down so she could do the flip move. Like, what the fuck is that?
So this little
Like,
sequence here is when she
choreography
fights
people
with the other guys in her tribe, when they're saying she has to go back. You're going back to the village with us because you shouldn't be out here.
You're hunting with an axe when you should have a bow. Go back to the village. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here we go.
That was a mighty kick, by the way. Like, oh, is this the flippy kick? Yay!
So this will be the flippy kick. So this is when she attacks the predator. And again, the reason I chose these scenes is I feel like the movie is trying to showcase her ability to be physical and her ability to fight. And what they're saying is she is clever. She is choosing how to use her lesser strength. So when she's tussling with this guy, she's kicking him, taking him down. She's flipping. She's being strategic, because I really do think the movie is trying to not equate her to just a dude with boobs.
Probably. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, and so here we go with the predator scene where she jumps off the tree.
Oh boy.
It's a bit of a high jump to not. And here we go. This is your favorite.
Yes.
More parkour girl, and she can dodge. She stays alive because she knows how to bounce off trees. Otherwise, that predator would have killed her.
Yeah, because fuck trees, right? Like, well, trees camouflage everything in this universe, even heat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Let me see what else I have here in my notes.
God. Fucking flippy kicks. I'm so tired of the flippy kick. Can we, Hollywood? Can we please get over the flippy kick era?
So let's do something else that's fun.
Okay.
You ready to play? We're going to play a game. I thought everyone would enjoy playing a game. This is called Stump Steve. Ready?
It should be hard.
Who is this guy?
I have no idea. War chief guy.
This guy's name is Whiteface. All right.
Is that his name?
No.
Oh.
I don't know either. I don't know his name either, Steve. I don't know the name of anyone in this damn movie. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Who's this? What's this character's name?
Oh shit. I don't remember. Dog.
This is Dog.
Is that his name? Oh, hey, I got it.
Steve.
I got
Dog. We're both right. All right, who's this?
Medicine woman chickie.
Mom, I think.
Mom?
Is this her mom? I don't even know.
I don't even know if it's her mom. It's just
I don't either.
Like, she treats her like she's mom.
She talks like she.
I just assume she's mom.
Like a familiar history.
I mean, the war chief, or like the leader of the tribe, doesn't get to talk, so I don't even know if he's got a tongue.
It was bitten out. All right, who are these guys?
Oh, these are the. Oh shit. I was just gonna say something, get me canceled. These are the bad boys. These are the bad boys of the tribe, man. They're so bad. They don't take no shit from no girl. Yo,
exactly right. That's exactly.
But look at all those claws on my necklace. I'm a badass. Like you can see that the guy with the mohawk who thinks he's Rufio is the best. We'll call him Rufio. And then You got the other guy next to him who's got the little smaller claws that isn't quite as good as Rufio, and then you got the guy that is fat, so he has to wear a shirt and he's afraid to show off his abs.
I feel like that guy with the shirt is way too old to be in this group.
Yeah,
like
we'll call
why,
him,
dude? You're like 15 years older than these guys. Why are you hanging out with them? Something's
we're
wrong.
gonna call him Spear Guy because he's got a spear.
Spear guy. Who's this?
A dead guy. This is dead guy. Yeah. Does he survive? Oh, we don't care because she killed everybody else.
This guy has a name because Medicine Woman / Mom literally does mention his name. I don't recall what on earth it was, but she says like so and so lived because you gave him
this is plot device, so we can show you how the flower can work. The magical flower.
And she says, plot device lived because you gave him your magical medicine.
Because you shoved flowers in his wound.
All right. Who is, you remember this scene is kind of dark. This is them on the tree.
Yes.
That's her on the left. Who's the guy on the right there?
Oh, that's not the war chief, dude?
No. This is her brother, the war chief guy left to take the body, the wounded guy back along with the others. Oh. She stays because she wants to hunt the lion.
Right. Is this the small claw guy?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know who the heck. And my ultimate point is these guys all blend together and I can't tell one of them apart from another.
It's a cool looking tree.
That's Lion Food. That guy's name is Lion Food.
Yes, Lion Food. Absolutely. And she don't give a shit that he's Lion Food either. Hey, it's Rufio. Rufio's back. And we have I don't know, 3-feathered gem. I don't know.
Who is this guy? This guy was also in the original trailer.
Target face because he gets it in the face. Shush boy.
No, not this guy. This guy doesn't get it in the face.
The guy that gets it.
The guy that gets it in the face is this guy with the on the left here with the red mohawk.
Okay. So that's the guy that he tracks him down, right?
This is when they were both running in the tall grass, and she's faster.
We'll call him the shusher.
She's faster than him.
Of course.
She's outpacing him by like 20 feet. And this guy's too slow. And as we all know, you don't have to be fast enough to escape a bear. You just have to be faster than the guy you're running next to.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's exactly true. Can I, before we move on, all these guys are dead because of her, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I don't know if, is there more?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess
this is whoa, these are the French.
These
are the French assholes.
French.
That is Cigar Man number one.
Let me go back. So that's Cigar Man. I don't know if you noticed this, but in this particular scene, when they walk up, he's walking like he's lumbering like an animal. He's like, ruh, ruh.
Well, so just real quick before I lose my train of thought, there's a few things I want to say here, and I don't know if you're going to bring it up, but number one is she is at fault for killing all of her tribe's people.
Yes, all of these
number
guys.
Two, she insists on hunting down this predator that probably for all rights and purposes, if it moseyed onto their camp, would have left them alone because they're not doing anything. So she got them all killed for no fucking reason because she insisted on tracking this thing down when they weren't really in danger.
I don't know if that's
and the predator didn't show any outward danger towards them. The predator did nothing that should have brought up a threat to her other than there being a big footprint in the ground because he's an idiot.
It might have run across her tribe hunters if they were wandering around and killed them.
Maybe. But
this particular shot here showcases what you're talking about and how heartless this guy here dies to the lion, and no one even mentions his name. No one gives a damn. No one cares. No one in the tribe cares. She doesn't care. The lion kills this guy in a stupid scene where he's like, I'm gonna kill the lion. You're gonna sit there and do nothing because you're a useless girl, and and then he dies.
Isn't the only reason he's there because he went back for her because she insisted on going forward?
This guy stayed. They got to the wounded guy.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to stay to hunt the lion in order to fulfill her quest to become a hunter. Yeah. This guy stayed for the same reason. He wants to also kill the lion as a rite of passage. Okay. Everyone else took the body back. So these two stayed. And this guy was telling her, When your brother gets back, we will kill the lion. Your brother and
Right.
because we're
Okay.
men.
For some reason, I
And
thought he stayed because of her. So, all right.
Maybe I could be wrong that he's like watching over, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought maybe that's just how I took the scene. Is he's there because
you could be
she?
right.
I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest, but I thought he came back and they told him to stay with her because she fucked off and said, "I'm going to kill the lion."
You're probably right. You're probably right. They might have assigned him one of the guys to stay. So he dies, and like no one cares.
No,
not a blip out of anybody. And this is before they all start getting massacred by the predator. So this is literally he just died. If the predator's not even in this movie, this guy died to a lion. And when she wakes up in back in the village, everyone's just like, "Oh, good, you're up."
Do we want what happened to Two-Toed Jim?
Yeah. How many people are in this village that somebody dies and and everyone just shrugs? It's like there's only like 30 people in this village or something, or 40 or something like that.
What happened to Billy the tree sitter? He's usually good.
One less mouth to feed.
Well, Billy the tree, he's probably still sitting in that tree. You know Billy. He loves sitting in them trees.
The rest of these guys are dying, she never once. So when the predator comes along and starts slaughtering them, she never screams anyone's name. She's never like, Timmy Two Feathers, no,
Rufy, oh,
yeah,
no.
That doesn't happen. Did she not live with these? Did she just move into this village last week? Did she not grow up with these people?
She hates everybody because they know she's not a good hunter, and she wants that to be a secret. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, okay, so she's got a chip on her shoulder. Isn't this essentially a large extended family of people that have lived together forever?
You would think. I don't know.
They
don't treat it like that.
No, they don't. They don't. These are just a-holes that when they die,
they don't even really seem to care when the war chief guy dies. They just make her war chief.
Yeah, they do. They just move along.
They're just like, oh, well, she killed the thing. Let's make her war chief. Hey, it's Cigar Man.
Cigar Man.
Jean-Paul Cigar.
Do you know the name of any of these? These guys...
They're all nameless.
Are even more nameless than her.
So also, real quick point to be made. She spends half the movie prancing around and running and doing all this shit after being caught in a fucking bear trap. A bear trap. Oh, and the bear trap happens to get the dog in the tail somehow, which because I guess they just didn't have the balls to put his leg in it.
I wondered about that. The tail,
the fucking tail, and then she doesn't even open it up; it just slips out. It's like, well, that didn't hurt that much. It just slipped the fuck out.
The dog is just kind of like whimpering a little bit.
Tail. This is Toothy McGee right here.
So this guy, do you remember? Yeah,
this is This is Toothy McStump because he ends up with a stump at the end.
No, this guy here is the one that can speak. That's not that. No, that's Cigar Man. Cigar Man ends up with the stump.
They both have stumps. No, they both have stumps because she needs help. That's why he gives her the gun. That scene right there is him asking for her to fix his leg because he lost his foot because of the predator device as well. Yeah.
God, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
He's the one that can speak. He can actually speak her language.
Right. Yeah. That's why she helps him with his leg. She takes it off and then stuffs a bunch of flowers into an open wound because
they could not even make.
I mean, fucking Christ! Like she jams a bunch of flower petals into the end of his fucking leg. Like, oh my
God! That's how medicine works, Steve.
What's that?
That's how medicine works. The flowers, they go into the bloodstream because they're jammed into the wound. And then, he's
got no tourniquet, nothing. He hasn't done anything. His foot is gone. Both of these guys, they're still alive somehow. They haven't bled out. And then she jams flowers and it's all good.
So she uses this. This is my favorite part of the movie. I don't have a clip or
okay.
She takes this gun from this guy who could have been some kind of character, and they just throw this character away as well.
Yeah.
And you remember what use she puts this gun to, Steve? How does she use this gun?
Well, first she fucks it up, right?
Yeah.
And then she shoots the predator in the back of the fucking head, not to kill it, but to get his helmet.
To get his helmet. Was that actually her plan?
It has to be because she set up the whole bog thing. She knew exactly what she was gonna do, right? So it's like. like that has to be what she wanted. That had to be her. It's like she didn't shoot him in the back of the head to kill him. She just wanted the helmet so she could set up the bog trap.
So she purposefully did not kill him with a gunshot to the back of the head just to knock his helmet off in order to set up a bog trap so that she could use the homing arrow to kill the predator later.
Sounds like a plan to me, right? Doesn't sound contrived at all, right?
Yeah,
this is after her getting hit in the face with the shield that just chopped a guy's head off through a goddamn tree.
Literally, I watched that scene and I did a second take and I'm like, wait a minute, he just slashed her in the face
with the shield, and she's not even wounded.
I don't even think she had a scratch. I don't recall that she even has a scratch on her cheek.
And then, like, you know, she's between the rocks and the shield is gonna crush her head. Well, guess what? He's got another fucking hand.
No. I think he lost his hand.
Oh wait, you're right. He lost his hand at that point. You're right. So
she got him to chop his own arm off.
You're correct. You're correct. That time he's now lost his fucking hand because he's an idiot.
Yeah,
I forgot
because she like parries his attack and like gets him because he had jammed his one hand with his weapon like into a tree. So the weapon I think was like stuck in the tree, and then he tries to. Was it with the shield? He tries to slash her.
This is with all the yelling bullshit and him standing there and letting them throw shit at him, and it's just like,
yeah,
oh god, yeah. I forgot the whole bit with the guy. The guy comes back and fucking
her brother
throws a spear through him. Yeah, the brother and I guess their brother and sister, and it's just like, come the fuck on, stop it. Like how stupid is this Predator? Like, is this like the idiot Predator that they said, okay, go find out what's on this planet, idiot, and like
this is idiot Timmy the Predator.
Timmy the idiot Predator. Like, I mean, it's like he's so bad. He's just like standing. It's like all the while after being in a fucking bear trap, she's doing all this shit. Like, you have to forget she was in the bear trap. She was in the bear. Oh, that's it. They threw the bear trap at his arm, didn't they?
Yes, they
threw the bear trap at his arm. That's a fucking line I just said. They threw the bear trap at his arm. He
steps in a bear trap at one point.
Yeah, he steps in one too. He just steps right in it.
And when that happens, you're just like, what the hell? Does he not have eyes? Is he not supposed to be this incredibly? I mean, we had an entire scene in the original movie, which I wanted to do comparisons later, but the end of the
traps.
The original movie, he steps Arnold Schwarzenegger's trap.
Yeah,
like the whole point was
made of a tree. It's
the whole point was that the Predator is not a stupid animal. He's a thinking hunter. He's also a thinking hunter and a killing machine. And yeah, he just stomps right into this archaic bear trap. And, oh, my foot! And then the hunters come out, and they literally have a decent. It's like the only plan in the entire movie that was actually decent was when these idiot French hunters, which there's like a group of 100 of them, just so
I guess they're just they were all fucking hiding in each other's tents or some shit. I don't know where they all came from. But
and they throw the net over him, and then after they get him down with the net, they're all celebrating as if it's over. Oh, we won! And of course, he slaughters them all. But they literally they had sequences, and they're doing the whole sequence of him just kind of like no scope, killing them or walking away from explosions, kind of stuff, just to make him look cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back. Does this sequence is probably, let's guess, this is probably the point of the movie that most people who like this movie are focusing on. I would
the end, you think? Really?
What do you think would be the part of this movie?
I think I don't know. People I would think the buildup, because the end is so retarded. I don't know how anybody could like it. It's so fucking contrived and bullshit.
But the buildup is boring.
But some of it's interesting. I don't know. It's
no, boring. You're right. You're right.
Some of it's interesting. Like some of it is like the Predator, like working up the food train shit. The war chief guy is sort of interesting at points. Anything with her, I could do without. Just cut her out of the movie, and it would be a better movie. I don't know how anybody could like the last sequence because it's so contrived and bullshit. There's no way those two, well, of course the brother I'm assuming he's the brother, but of course he buys it.
Is he not the brother?
I don't even know. I don't know if they're
he
brothers
acts like
or just like
acts
friends
like a
or
big
what.
brother to her. You could be right. This is how bad this movie is.
I don't know if they're brothers or not. Brother and sister. I don't
am
know.
being 100% serious. I do not know the relationship of anyone in this movie. I don't know the names of anyone in this movie. And
Yeah.
I thought that was her brother, and that could just completely not be.
I mean, like Rufio could have came out of a tree for all I know in that last sequence and be like, "Ha, bitch, I'm not dead." Like it's this, like that's the stupid shit that's happening. And on top of what I mentioned to you before, tools of the Predator don't work when they should, so she can win.
I want to get to that, but I really want to. I'm trying to wonder about what. Because I have not, maybe I didn't do my homework. I have not watched all these reviews praising this movie.
I haven't either. So because I can't stomach it, and that maybe makes me a bad like maybe I'm making some assumptions. But
if anyone likes this movie, I can't think of anything other than the Predator tech and the scenes with the Predator in the back half. But you could be completely right, and the thing that they could enjoy is more of the introspective elements and the build up to that in terms of like the slow burn.
I don't know what else
the atmosphere.
But I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that.
The 93, crazy.
93 and 73%. What the fuck?
What do some of those say? What do some of the
I don't like say? The audience scores? Let me go. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh God, I don't want to enable ads. Like it won't let me get rid of this. I guess I'll enable it. Fuck it. Yeah. Back to me. Can you? Oh my God, dude! What the fuck? Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Like what the fuck? I said fine.
Oh,
yeah, thank you. Oh my God, it won't let me go on. Can you get into it?
Let me try.
I'm keeping this in the video to show you too how bad fucking Rotten Tomatoes is. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. It won't let me go forward with the ad blocker on. So I'm closing that. Let's see if Daniel can get in there.
All right, I will.
Since Daniel has the power, like that's the thing that initially led me to wanting to discuss this with you, is because I popped that up and I'm like, I don't understand. Not just the critic review is the critic review, whatever, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Look, I got all my tabs open here that
you're good. All right. So Trey, can you zoom in a little bit so we can see what? But if you can't, that's fine. We'll take your word for it. What you're reading, but you know, it's one of those things. Like the critic score is one thing. The audience score is like, what the fuck? Click the 5,000 there.
Okay.
There
we go. All right. Is that view?
Yep. Okay? You got it. You're there.
All right. The Predator franchise is back to stronger strength with a survival thriller that is absolutely gripping. Well, that's just generic. I don't think I fell asleep. It was just a forgettable film. Well, that's not good.
That's a 3. That's a 2.5 star though.
Yeah. So here's a 4-star. It didn't take so much budget, not so much technology, not so much FX, not a complicated script, not even a great cast to make a good movie. That's not a good compliment. What? So Battered was this saga that Prey seemed like a spinoff, not a prequel. This is a great chance to revive the franchise. So basically, because the other Predator movies were crap,
this one gets a pass, even though this one is total crap too.
A new perspective. Fight scene. See here, this is what I think a lot of people say. The fight scene are crazy good, and the brutality is what the Predator
no masterpiece. Surprisingly good. 4.5 fucking stars.
Prey is solid action survival horror movie. It's the best Predator movie since the original. I
don't even know that that's true.
No.
I don't. Look, they've been all bad. I'd prefer watching Alien versus Predator or Predators than this.
So, okay, I don't want to go through tons of these, but this one here, it's another fun installment to the Predator. I never know how to say this. Yatwa universe. It is getting tiresome time and time again when such big, smart, when it suits the Predator to lose its smarts and intelligence at the most important fight of the movie to be defeated. This time, the Predator feral predator gets bested by a 5'2", 95-pound female lead. So it's
So
a
is that a
3.5
good review
star.
or a bad review? It's
That's how.
like you're just saying exactly what we're talking about. The Predator
Yes.
got went not only just like the Predator's dumb the whole movie. He goes super dumb at the end of the movie to get beat. That's it. I mean, he goes like completely retarded at the end of the show because it's like his brain's like, well, to be fair, he got shot in the head, but I mean,
that's a good point. You actually are making a good point.
like
He
I
did
guess he
get
got
shot in the
head, but before all that, like there's a lot before you get to the shot in the head shit.
Outside a couple CGI animals, there are little to no flaws in this film. A wonderful return to form for the Predator franchise.
All right, yeah, we could go. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like half those reviews are like, that doesn't sound like you liked the movie, but you gave it 4.5 stars.
No. And again, the only one I saw in there that to me kind of fit was what I'm thinking is people like the
end sequence.
The end sequence.
I guess you're right. I don't understand it, but it's like the only way the end sequence works is if you think the thinking part of his brain got shot out with the gun. And then she enacted her true plan, which was to extremely quickly, aim his helmet in the perfect position, knowing exactly the height of the Predator in the bog. The bog that luckily she had her magical rope axe that she could pull out of. Like, can you see what I'm saying? Like all the contrived bullshit.
What does she say? She says something like, "It's over," or "This is the end," or something like that.
I don't know. Fuck you, bitch. I don't remember. At that point, I was so fucking done. It's like, look, man, and just, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it right now. The whole part with the axe is just, the whole axe thing is stupid. I have to talk about it because it's supposed to be like this big fucking thing. You see her missing and missing again with this axe because obviously it's not the fucking right tool to be using to doing what you're doing. So that's number one. Number two, she makes this fucking rope out of bark, which fine, I guess it could be strong. I guess fine. Well, I don't know, but the thing she starts doing with this freaking adamantium rope made out of fucking a tree with this axe is unbelievable. And then it makes her go from being a complete. How does having an axe how does having a rope that's going to weigh down your axe and make you get tangled up in flight make you a better aim with an axe?
The rope thing drives me nuts because it's not like people haven't had rope as long as they've had axes. Someone could have tied a rope to an axe 1,000 years ago.
The axe flies head over end over end.
Yes.
So guess what's happening to that rope? It's gonna stop it from fucking flying. It's gonna fucking go right into the floor in front of you.
And an axe is not that heavy, and a rope is going to add additional weight. It's going to throw off your throw. It's going to tangle.
I mean, it's just stupid. It's like you're just supposed to trust. It's like, okay, trust this movie. The rope's on there now, so now she's a good hunter because 1 second she's missing all the freaking rats or whatever she's hunting. Then she puts the rope on there, and then she walks down and she's got 18 rabbits on her shoulder. It's like, well, that's great, you hungry ass bitch. You just killed like fucking 18 rabbits for one meal.
They wanted the scenes to look cool when she's throwing the axe and then ripping it back out and coming back to her hand and throwing it again.
You know what they wanted? They wanted the scorpion fucking, oh, it's scorpion.
Yes.
It's like, that's what they wanted.
It's like they introduced, which is dumb because the movie tries to present the cinematography in the way that they film it. They're trying to present this very realistic view of life, right? So we get the beginning where she's going about her day and then she's grinding herbs and all this, and you're getting this, oh, this is like this almost documentary kind of look at things. And then you get these axe scenes where she's throwing an axe with a rope and pulling it back to her hand, and it looks cartoonish because it looks like something out of a Marvel superhero movie.
Yeah, but flawless except for the bad CGI animals.
Flawless. Yeah, the CGI animals are terrible. The bear looks terrible. The bear does not look good. The other animal scenes don't look good. They all look bad.
You know what also looks bad? The fucking axe fucking graphics of it flying back into her hand.
It does. Because she's not throwing anything. She's just making a motion. Okay, this drove me. Oh my God. She was throwing the axe sidearm. Sidearm.
She's
Do you remember
fucking
those scenes when she's
yeah.
practicing?
I
She is
mean,
throwing.
she could play for the fucking Chiefs. She's fucking Mahomes.
I threw sidearm in Little League, and a sidearm is crappy. Like, because when you do it, you're thinking that you're gonna you're basically doing it to like throw off the batter, but you can't get the same level of speed and power as a regular overhand throw.
She's Mahomes, bro. She can hit that target. Sidearm under.
Screw this character.
I'm surprised she did underhand it and fucking she can do it all with that axe.
Oh my God.
Does she stroke it while she's sleeping? Oh, thank you, axe. You and my puppy do everything for me. I mean,
so when the war chief, this is another thing. I love this. So the war chief shows up at the last instance, jumps off his horse, throws the spear through the predator, like it goes through his body in a completely CGI looking scene that has no weight to it. And then he starts fighting the predator while she's going about doing whatever the heck she's doing. And I think she was getting the dog or something. And
wasn't she getting her? Oh wait, no. At this point, she's already eaten the magical flowers, right?
No, not yet, because that's after I
Yeah.
think after he has died. And I think she went to get the dog. He went to get the horses.
That's right.
And then she fights the guy and the other guys in the area in their camp. The predator shows up she thinks she's gonna die. War chief rides in, throws a spear. Now the war chief is like dodging and fighting the predator and all that. And then it just suddenly vanishes. Do you remember this? He's fighting it. He goes to like kill it, and I think it's already got its invisibility cloak, and the green blood is all over it. And then all of a sudden, it just poof, it just vanished. It's like it had double invisibility. It like goes even more invisible and disappears. And then he basically turns to her and he's like, "I'm dead." And it's not the line, but he basically tells her, I'm finished. Like, it's going to kill me. You need to go. You need to bring it home. You need to end this now. It's only you can finish the predator monster. And then it kills
real quick. Listen, I have a brilliant plan. Shoot his head off, and then get the mask and shoot him in the head with it. Just oh, sorry. Wait, that sounds like I'm an idiot, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, War Chief? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh my God, it worked. Wow.
So she takes the flowers, goes invisible to him. Of course, he never has other vision modes.
Before, he forgot that, he could see through trees with heat vision before that. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. His heat vision just magically doesn't work when they don't need it to work, because she's standing there behind a tree, which doesn't block heat vision. And he's looking right fucking at her. And it's like, all right, well, I guess that tree is really fucking cold.
So one of the things I thought we'd move on now to comparisons. Yeah. So one of the things I couldn't stand about this movie are the hunting party. You are right in that they don't care who these guys are, and she's a serial killer who gets them all killed. Yeah. But the other thing that I couldn't stand about them is they literally come across to me as a bunch of California teenagers dressed up as Indians. Oh, yeah. Am I allowed to say Indians? Whatever.
They were Native Americans. Right? I mean, Native Americans, Indian. I don't know, whatever. I mean, Cherokees. Cherokees. Like, I guess they were Cherokee, right?
So did they come across to you as authentic? Like, were they believable to you as hunters?
Well, that one guy had a lot of claws on his neck. I mean, Rufio. I mean,
I'm going to show you a sequence, and I want you to tell me what you think about. No, not share screen. I'm going to present a video here. So I want you to tell me what you think about these hunters.
That looks like a pig, not a hunter. Oh, sorry.
So that's a taper or tapir. I think it's a taper. This is from the movie Apocalypto.
Okay. Yeah, I'd seen that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic movie. So look at these guys, these hunters. So this thing comes out of the trees. love this. And this is the very beginning of the movie.
All right. All right. Well, they're all working together, obviously, to try and get this thing,
Yep.
right? Yeah. Use the phone, and hey, that's the trap from the predator.
Yeah.
They stole it.
Watch this guy. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
These guys are hunters. They're working together. They look, I mean, the look of them is they just have this grizzled kind of weathered look that you would expect guys living in the wilderness, surviving in the jungle, killing animals to have. They just look like men.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
The boys, they don't look like hunters or warriors in the movie Prey.
Well, everybody looks so like you said, except for the spear guy. He looks sort of old, but he doesn't look like he's a grizzly hunter old, right? It just looks like not another teen Predator movie. I mean, they're all like baby faced, and
Yes.
Rufio is supposed to be the best one out of the group because he's got the big, necklace there, and he looks like he's 18.
Yeah.
Even the war chief guy is too young to be war chief.
Yeah.
Even though I liked him for the most part.
I liked him, but he doesn't look at him. Look at it. Look at his arms.
Yeah.
He doesn't come across as someone who's leading.
Yeah. It's just the weird. It doesn't. He seems like he's an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah. I'm sorry that it just doesn't. It's not compelling. I was going to ask you. So with the original movie Predator and Predator 2, which I feel like are the only two good Predator movies.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
How would you?
Predator 2 isn't nearly as good as 1, in my opinion, but.
How would you break it down, like in terms of the type of movie it is? Because I know we said it was action movies. I look at Predator 1 and I say that's basically a classic 80s action movie, like a Rambo combined with a monster and alien horror movie kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then,
I think
that's about right. And then Predator 2 is basically Lethal Weapon, a police movie combined with the Predator, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
It's basically it's I guess you're sort of it's a flip around on the Predator. He's in the urban jungle setting. I think that's what they're going against the good old what's his face, Murtaugh. I forget his name for some reason. But I think so.
So what on earth is this movie a combination of? And we talked about that already. I mean,
it's supposed to be it's supposed to be like a freaking oh god, like what's the word for it? I don't know. It's just supposed to like give you that old. It's supposed to be prequel-esque,
that I get. Like, I actually like the concept of doing the Predator in a earlier time.
Yeah,
but
you know what? I liked all the people that were talking about throwing a Predator back in medieval freaking Europe and fighting guys with swords. Like,
me too.
Having them, have a King Arthur Knights of the Round Table versus Predator movie. Why not? Why the fuck not? Right? I mean,
I agree with that, and I would love to see an authentic movie. But like in terms of like a genre, if the Predator wasn't in this movie, like if the Predator didn't exist in Predator 1 and you had that same cast and the same basic story, you would basically just have another Commando, another Rambo, another like action movie. If the Predator didn't exist in Predator 2, you would basically have another Lethal Weapon.
Right.
If the Predator didn't exist in this, what the heck do you have? What would this movie be? This would be
just an Indian Reserve, I guess.
I feel like
Day
it
in
would
the life
be,
of a Cherokee Indian.
Exactly. I feel like it would be a movie with like a soft, introspective message about Indian, Native American life, and
But you have to remove the bestest girl ever with Turbo Axe too.
Well, yeah, you would have to remove her because she wouldn't fit in that type of movie either.
She doesn't. She wouldn't. Yeah. So because she's yeah.
This is another sequence from Apocalypto. This is what I wanted to see in this movie. This is who I want to see the predator fight.
Oh,
That is what actual savage men look like, and I want to see these guys. I literally, if you put the predator we had, which is a more primitive predator, up against this like a platoon or squad or whatever of guys, I feel like it's a 50-50 shot. Like,
well, I mean, overwhelmed by numbers, right? I mean, I think that's how you'd have to take out a predator in this
overwhelmed by
era.
numbers and by guys who are serious. Like, these are serious killers.
Brute force, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
And I feel like this could have been the movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I guess we can end on is what we could have had. And you talked about this earlier, which is if she had actually been an actual medicine woman. Because I thought about this. I had other clips. I don't want to play them because I think we're gone for a while. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if they had made her into an actual medicine woman who wasn't trying to be a warrior and coupled her with a bunch of guys like this who are actual grizzled, believable hunter warriors, and then had made her into basically not a pacifist necessarily, but a non-fighter, non-combatant. You could have had a movie where guys like this are doing the battling and she's doing the strategizing.
Well, there's a main thing. You could even, there's no reason she can't have a bow and she's supporting, right? I mean, is
I
it going to make
suppose,
sense?
but that would make her a target. Like, I think
Yeah,
it would have been a cool premise to do someone who's a non-combatant that he wouldn't hunt, actually kind of
assisting
doing tactics and assisting and
I
basically.
mean, yeah, I look, there's something there. I mean, because this is just like girl boss. Like, I'm sorry, and uh, it's just once again, just we're supposed to believe she can do all these things that she shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
She's smarter than the predator, who is supposed to be, they're supposed to be the best hunters in the universe, but she outsmarts them by some ridiculous, contrived plan. And she's given all this praise for stuff that she doesn't earn. Her dog's the tracker, her brother or the chief is the hunter, the predator's an idiot.
What
So,
what on earth action does the predator ever take in this movie that is intelligent? In terms of like actually clever is a better way to put it.
I mean, he blows up all the Frenchmen with his bomb. I guess would be he draws them in to blow them up.
I guess he uses better tech than them. Is that even clever?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, they shouldn't. I mean, no, because I guess they wouldn't know what the hell it is. So
even the raptors in the original Jurassic Park were clever and they could open doors.
yeah,
Like the predator in the first movie is actually a clever adversary. Like he basically toys with them.
yep.
He lures them into traps. He figures out their traps and their tactics. And you basically are watching a chess match. In this movie, again, for anyone giving this movie praise, what on earth does this predator do at any point in this movie that is intelligent? It's just got better technology and it's hunting things. And then when it runs into the Frenchman at the end, and when it fights the Indian warriors, it just blunt brute force. It just overpowers them. That's all it does.
It's true.
There is no like subtlety. There is no ninjutsu. There's nothing in here that is like, whoa, God, this guy's dangerous because he's actually smart.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just because he's not smart. He's an idiot. He lets himself get fucking tracked, man. Like
he lets himself get wounded left and right too.
He lets himself get tracked. He lets himself get wounded. He walks up and starts yelling at people. Lets them get spears. Is thrown at him. Lets them throw a bear trap at him. And I don't remember if he threw the bear trap or if they threw, but whatever. Lets him take an arm off. It just lets himself get shot in the back of the fucking head. I mean, it doesn't act like a predator should act. It doesn't. If you look at all the other movies, the predators, like you said, toying with them. This guy's just like, I'm gonna walk in the center of the camp and you can throw shit at me.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
that's all I had, Steve. I enjoyed the discussion, and I
Yeah.
did. There were a couple points that you brought up that I didn't think about. Number one being the predator in the movie going from learning essentially and starting from like the up the food chain with what he's
Yeah.
killing. I didn't look at it that way. That's I'd say one thing that you actually elevated the movie slightly there.
Dang it.
You failed. You failed. Other than that, though, I still consider this movie a complete failure and a terrible movie. I do think it's watchable, which again I find to be like this lure. I look at this. Okay, let me give me the simplest. I'll end on this. When the new Star Wars movies came out, do you remember? Did you like Force Awakens at first?
Yes.
Do you still like Force Awakens?
No, I fucking hate that shit.
So I disliked it immediately, but I understand why so many people liked it. And I look at it this kind of the same way because when Force Awakens came out, I was excited for it, and I was excited because I thought the practical effects, the returning to the original practical effects, returning to the original practical costumes, and the cinematography was beautiful, and it was like authentic Star Wars. But in reality, the movie's stupid. It has stupid writing, stupid characters, and it's a bad movie. But a lot of people walked out of that movie excited because was enough there to be excited about.
There were some building blocks to try and build on, and then
Yeah,
it got completely destroyed by the next movie completely, right? And then it opens all the fissures in the previous movie because it wasn't anything that was there that could make even the mythos of the first one better. They just threw it out. So yeah,
I feel like this is the same as Force Awakens, where it got that initial praise, and I feel like this is getting initial praise because it looks enough like a Predator movie, and it doesn't have any obviously bad acting that's clownishly bad. Like it's not Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time, like you can't even pretend. You can't even pretend that even like 5 minutes of a single Wheel of Time episode is decent because
why is that the comparison to everything? Like
it has to be. It has to be, Steve.
Because it's like not to because we've been going for a while, and I get what you're saying. I think you're probably right, but it's like the same things going around with. I've heard a few times with the Last of Us show. It was like
yeah.
It's not the Wheel of Time or Rings of Power. It's like, well, that's great.
Well, I think it's because. Well, you're right. You're actually making.
I mean, it's no. I mean, because like, look, if the production value of this was fine. I mean, some of it was okay. Some of the CGI was a little wonky, but overall, like you said, cinematically, it was pretty good. Last of Us cinematically looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's like if it looks pretty good now, it's like, does it get a pass?
That seems.
I don't know.
That seems to be an argument. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Man, we went over an hour talking about this shit movie.
We did.
It's just like, and we probably could go like there's so much wrong with this movie and everything.
I really wanted to try to evaluate this as objectively as possible because we both dislike this thing.
Yep.
And we went on a bit long, but I'm trying to give it an actual evaluation. And aside from it's stupid, don't waste your time.
I, on the other hand, will say it's stupid. Don't waste your time because it is stupid.
We should just end on that.
Because I mean, it's stupid. It's dumb. You have to literally stop thinking. This isn't even like put away your brain. You have to stop thinking and just believe that all these things that are happening in front of you are possible when they should be impossible. Things that worked a minute ago stop working. And all because we need the heroine to win and come back and become war chief. And that's it. Because they couldn't think of a creative way to do it, I guess. I don't know. To make it believable. I don't know. But it's not good. I don't know what people see in it. So.
Yeah. They had an end result that they forced.
Yep. So yeah. So well, I guess that's our discussion of Prey, the steaming pile. I guess I there are people out there that love this movie, obviously. So I would love to hear some counterpoints in the comments if there's people that are watching this and have something to say about our comments. I think, look, you were probably more fair than I was, but I think I was pretty fair to the movie. I watched it twice now, and I don't find much redeeming value in any of it other than the few points that I said. And yeah, so if somebody in the comments thinks otherwise, love to hear it. And yeah, you got anything to say before we take off, man?
I'm good.
All
Yes.
right. Well, thanks for, well, I guess an hour of pain. Well, I guess it wasn't that painful, but yeah. So I'm glad we finally got to do this. So I know we've been talking about it for a while, trying to get this done. So I'm glad
I'm
we
glad
did it.
too. I enjoyed it.
Yep. So yeah. So and I guess until the next one, all hail the Lord Dragon, and we will see you guys, all guys and gals and dragons sworn alike, soon. Thanks, Daniel. So I know we finished, but real quick, we were just talking about what we felt this movie should have been. Okay. And we came up with some, I think, much better ideas just right off the top of our head. So we were talking about it, right, Daniel?
Yeah, this is very good.
And what the movie should have been is the Predator. You see the Predator come in, right? And he's on a spaceship. And he can even do the whole he hunts the snake and takes the snake's skull. Coyote wolf takes its skull, kills the bear, takes its skull, right? He happens upon this Comanche Native American tribe and sees, oh wow, these people are using bows and arrows and spears. These guys have no tech whatsoever.
Cannot stand up to my stuff. Yeah.
No way. They're no match for what I got, what I'm packing here. So you follow the Predator. See, and this is where you follow. You have to follow the Predator in this movie. So because the Predator is the main fucking character. Don't get
That's how it should have been. Yeah.
So you follow the Predator, and you can have if she's the girl and the war chief, make them both the main characters on the Native Americans.
Yes.
So you get both their viewpoints, right?
Make her a medicine woman, and he's the chief.
Right. So you follow the Predator back to the spaceship where you see him take off everything. He takes off his shoulder cannon. He takes off his helmet. He throws it on the ground. He takes off his cloaking device. He throws it on the ground. He throws the bear pelt over his shoulder. He puts a fucking wolf head on his head. And all of a sudden, he's going back out there old school style, hunting with his spear and his shield. And that's it.
Yeah. Low tech for low
Goes
tech.
Back out.
Prey.
Low tech. He's low tech. He's ditched all his high tech equipment, and then the hunting party is out there. He goes back out, and he's not using he's camouflaged and old school. He's hiding in treetops. You can see him as the Native Americans are hunting the lion. He maybe jumps out of a tree, kills one quick, and is gone. Right, and then they're like, "Oh shit!" And then the whole movie is basically him hurting them.
One at a time.
Taking him out. Yeah, go ahead.
One at a time. Instead of this bull crap where he wipes out the entire party in one go, you have more of a callback to the original Predator 1 movie where he is hurting them and taking out their party one at a time. And that allows you to have the cool scenes where maybe someone's got a feeling. Maybe one of them is a good tracker. Maybe they catch him out of the corner of their eye. And you kind of have more of a cat and a mouse kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, what was that in the trees? Was that a bear in the tree? What the fuck was that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Some, whatever. Then the twist, okay, because everything's got to have a twist, right? Well, the Predator doesn't realize he's hurting them towards the French settlers.
Now they finally make sense. Or they
so the French so all of a sudden the Native American, the girl at this point, the girl and the war chief are the only ones left. They have they're just trying to survive. They have no idea what's going on. She's using her medical expertise to heal him, to just try and keep him pieced together. They get herded into the French camp. The French people capture them, put them in cages. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the Predator is now, you can see the Predator maybe looking up at a tree, and he's inspecting, and you can see that they have, oh wow, they got these traps. Oh, they got guns. They got better tech. So what's the Predator do? You can see the bear cloth just drop off of him. He goes back to the ship, gets all his high-tech weaponry, because we got to have our boom booms in movies these days, right? We got to have our boom booms and our flippy kicks and our action scenes, right? Got to be in there, right? So he goes back, he gets his cloaking device, gets his shoulder cannon, gets his helmet, goes back out, and then just decimates the French camp. Well, shoots them, blows them up, cuts off their legs, just destroys them. And then the end of the movie is he uncloaks in front of the 2 Native American people in the cages, leaves them in the cages. You can even have the girl give the scene. She goes, or in Comanche or whatever language, one of them goes, "What the hell are you?" He doesn't even pay them any mind. Starts cutting out spines and skulls, straps them to his holster, walks back to the ship, and fucks off.
And they're just in the cages now.
They're just in there watching him take off, watching the thing take off into the sky. And
then they look at each other. You can end it in a very cool shot where they look at each other and it pans. That's it. Done.
That's your movie.
When you said this, Steve, because we were talking, I literally was shouting in anger because this is such a better rewrite, such a more compelling, interesting movie, and you're doing it with basically the same elements you had in this movie. You still got the Frenchman, you still got the war party, you still got all of the same thing. You got the same characters, same actors, same setting, everything, except you are just changing the story into something that is actually interesting. And
you're highlighting how badass the Predator is, not how badass the girl that shouldn't be the badass is. And she can be badass in her own right.
You can still give her interesting. Yes,
she can save him multiple times.
She could be smart. She could be intelligent. She could figure things out.
She could be a good tracker. Make her actually a good tracker.
Yeah, she could be she could be again the one who says she can tell. Maybe she tells the war chief, "Throw away your gear. Throw away your weapons." She figures out that it's only hunting people who are armed. Maybe
or something. Yeah, or something like that. Anything. Yeah.
And that's why
no more magic flowers or any of that bullshit.
And that's why they're captured by the Frenchman, because he's disarmed and he can't even fight them.
And because he's like, great, look what you did, and then they watch it get sliced. Everybody gets sliced to pieces. Yeah, and he just sort of looks at him, and goes, "You two are beneath me," and he gathers his trophies and fucks off.
Good. It pisses me off because Steve literally came up with this as we were just going back and forth about this damn movie, and it's like, how you should be paid for a much better freaking story.
That's a fucking movie I want to see right there. That's a movie I want to see. So we were just talking about it. I figured, you know what, it was too good. It was too good an interaction not to add on as a tale to this, because you know what, a lot of people will say, well, it's easy to critique. What would you do? Well, that's what I do. You tell me what's better, Prey or fucking Predator tear apart everybody's faces and fuck off in a spaceship. Yeah. That's the name of my movie, by the way.
It's a slightly longer title.
Slightly long title, but we can work on that. So thanks again for tuning in. Sorry, little PS after credit scene, I guess, for anybody that hung out. So thanks for being here again, Daniel. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you later.